The EFF this morning coming under fire for banning certain media titles from its second National People's Assembly. How is all of this then playing out at Nasrec? Let's bring in Thulasizwe Simelane, who is covering that event for us today. Is there a chance, Thulas, good morning to you, that this particular issue is possibly going to overshadow the entire event?
I doubt it very much, Jeremy. As you come to us, actually proceedings are about to get underway. We were meant to have a conversation with the EFF's Naledi Chirwa, and she quickly had to leave us because actually we are getting ready to start. And I saw Marshal Dlamini, one of the EFF MPs and leaders, calling on all the delegates to actually take their seats and get ready to get started. I'm saying I doubt this will dominate because it's pretty much, I would say, par for the cause in as far as the EFF is concerned, in that the EFF has had a grievance against South African media, and it doesn't hesitate to actually air that grievance. So I think for them, they basically view this as part of expressing that grievance against South African media and reportage. And of course, there's the counter argument that says the EFF is a party in democratic South Africa operating within the rules and principles of our democracy. If they accept a part of that democracy, certainly they should expect that they would be subjected to scrutiny. But the EFF saying that, what they stand against is what goes beyond scrutiny by media, where they say that actually certain publications and journalists actually position themselves on the other side of the argument. So I doubt this will dominate, Jeremy.
Thulas, let's move away then from this media issue, if we can, to principal discussion points, I think, during the course of this weekend. One is Julius Malema himself. He is confident of retaining his leadership position, quoted as saying earlier, "I'm prepared to work with anyone the conference elects. I will subject myself to the leadership which is elected." The reality, though, is he will be re-elected. The second and perhaps more important question is the party going to close this gathering in a stronger or a weaker position?
And that last part, Jeremy, is crucial because part of what this conference will be about, certainly in the view of the current leadership, known as the CCT, the Central Command Team, this is the highest decision-making body in between congresses. They want this to be about, the theme is consolidating the ground for socialist power. They want to emphasize discussions about organizational design, and this is why it's a pity that we don't have Naledi Chirwa at this particular point, because part of the conversation, Jeremy, will be about what structures are necessary to make the EFF more effective. The EFF, 6 years old, they are happy with the progress that they've been able to make within 6 years, but I read their discussion documents certainly saying that there shouldn't be complacency. It should be an efficient EFF, and an EFF that basically works efficiently. Part of that has to do with discussing whether or not to establish the youth league, the youth command of the EFF, or the women's command. And this is where Naledi Chirwa was going to fit in this conversation, because she's one of those who are advocating for the establishment of the women's command, which would be the women's league of the EFF. But take a listen to what Julius Malema has been saying about the one structure that the EFF did establish, and in a moment I'll then give you the reaction to his words. But firstly, let's hear from Julius Malema talking about whether or not the EFF student command on the campuses has been effective.
They've got less than 15%, if not less than 10%, of branches in the total of campuses we have in South Africa. Why? The mother body must go and launch those branches. So if we can launch the branches, what is the point of the student command? So you don't want to form 2 organizations or 3 organizations, no, 4. The mother body, the student command, the league, the 2 leagues. Because they are organizations on their own. We have to now form 4. That's what you're asking me. And if I don't do that, it means I will be challenged. Because he doesn't want to form them, he's scared he will be challenged. I can't form 4 organizations at the same time. And it's not only 4. There are others, by the way, who are calling for the union. They're saying the EFF must have its own union.
All right, so Thulasizwe Simelane, obviously structure is going to be a critical point of discussion over the next hours. Response to that from who?
Well, he was talking there, Jeremy, about the EFF Student Command, which is the body that's meant to organize on campuses and basically grow the EFF brand among young people on the country's higher education institutions. Take a listen to what then in response has been said by Mandla Shikwambane, who leads the EFF Student Command at the moment. And in fact, this matter will be among the key discussion points at this conference, Jeremy. Let's take a listen to Shikwambane now.
Remember, CIC, when he spoke as a member of the EFF. And people now, they are confusing the view of the CIC and make it as if it's the organizational view. He said it exactly that. This is my view, and my view is still going to be debated in the conference. And I also stand to be persuaded and been my view to be defeated. Of course, we are the organization, we are the student command, and we are operating within the EFF. The conference is the conference of the EFF. And the conference of the EFF must speak with all issues of the EFF, including the issues of the student command. What we are saying as the student command is that there is no need to disband the student command, because what should be focused here is that how do we then make sure that we assist and we make sure that we put financial resources to these kids who are always on the ground, working the ground, and make sure they mobilize people to support and be members of the EFF.
All right, regular crossings throughout the day to Nasrec, south of Johannesburg.